Yo, what's up, guys? Shouts out. What's this episode number 9 or is it 10?
I think it's 11 actually.
Really?
We have 10 videos on the site, so I would assume this is 11.
Oh shit. Well then, hopefully this episode number 11 right now. I'll just get in the. Let me get the link from Vic. There we go. But what's good with you, man? What's new? It's been a minute since we hopped on. What's new with you? How was your weekend? It's Pride Month. I know that's a big deal. Uh,
Okay. I mean, I'm not no dis like no not
no,
even no disrespect. It's just why'd you point that out at me?
no, I just threw that in there. It's like Pride Month, so it's like I know it's a big deal. Like in the
For
world.
you, for me,
No, in
or
the world. No, like in the world, it's like a big deal.
I mean, yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, I have a lot of prideful friends and stuff like that.
You have a lot of prideful friends.
I do.
Shout out to the people. Shout out to the LGBTQ community, man.
Mm-hmm.
What you
Shouts
get
out
into
to
this weekend, man? You turn up, relax.
um. I actually did what did I do? Worked out a lot. I did a lot of stuff in the city, man. I enjoyed myself in the city. I enjoyed the city of Houston, you know? That's the best way to put it.
What the fuck does that mean? Like, was you like day parties,
Nah.
clubs, dinners? Like, what was you doing?
I just did a lot of I did a lot of activity around Houston. I think I was so caught up in this real estate deal that I closed on last week that like, there wasn't really a there wasn't really like, I guess the availability to like or the mentality to like go out and do stuff. And after the deal, I definitely felt like okay, I've gradually started to feel like myself each more and more each day. So
Mm.
this weekend, I kind of felt like it just felt like a breath of fresh air to just like go out into the city and just like vibe. Like I haven't really vibed, bro. I haven't vibed in a minute.
What I'm asking is what is vibing? Like what is bro, like bro, what does that mean?
I'm stalling because I can't really remember what I did. But
Okay, so you're having that type of fun.
no, hell no. I don't
Oh,
drink or anything or smoke.
oh, so why can't you remember what you did?
My memory is just bad. But I'm as I'm stalling, it's starting to come back. So I definitely ate at a couple places.
Okay,
Um I played putt putt,
that's one.
played putt putt. I got some ice cream, desserts.
Stomach
Um
going crazy, I'm sure.
what?
Stomach going crazy, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely sacrificed my stomach for it, but I mean, it felt good. Um, did a little staycation in Houston.
Okay, okay,
Went to go stay at the Post Oak for a bit.
okay. Nice
Um,
spot, nice spot.
very nice spot. Went to dinner, watched the games, gambled on a couple of sports, took myself shopping for the first time in probably 2 years. It sounds like I got abducted. That's funny. Took myself shopping in the first time in 2 years. Yeah, just a lot of self therapy. A lot of self therapy for sure. What about
Retail
you?
retail therapy type vibes or what?
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I mean my weekends are pretty much the same, man. Like I shit. Damn, what did I do this weekend? The fuck? Oh, I tried some food spots out. So I tried Chicano barbecue. That shit was busting.
Yeah.
Watched the playoff games, watched a movie, watched the what was it, that documentary on Osama. So I tapped into that. That was cool. But other than that, man, I mean, my weekends are pretty much the same. Sundays, I like a Sunday fun day type shit. I went shopping a little bit, not really, but like I went to this new coffee shop, Two Tone, out near where's that at? Out, it's like going towards Katy, but not all the way in Katy. Try that out. Found out that it's actually owned by one of the homies, so that was dope. And then I went to go grab some new clothes over at Money Houston. So weekend was pretty straight, man. I was shit after I finished up training. I just kind of stayed indoors, and that was pretty much it. Also tried the new Bluebell flavor, not the new Bluebell flavor, but that word.
Oh, the cookies and cream.
Nah, it's like the cookie cake shit. You
Yeah,
can't with your family savings is the best part.
that's hilarious, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to try that. I want to try that, Russ.
it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Definitely a couple nights where had to sacrifice the guts. I can still feel it right now, to be honest. Like it's still sitting there.
Mhm.
You
Sacrifice
know?
the guts. It just
Sorry.
came out a little tough, especially in Pride Month. I don't know what guts you're talking about.
Have you
the
noticed?
guts
I mean,
from the back or guts from the front.
guts, actually, guts from the front because like I feel like the pouch in my stomach just like sitting.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling. But talk about Pride Month. I mean, we could just talk about it right now since we're on topic. I mean, have you noticed there hasn't been much of a push on that?
Yeah, because I think a lot of companies realized, and it sucks to say this, but I think there was a year where a company pushed Pride Month like super hard, and they actually like decreased their sales.
Yeah.
Um, so I think a lot of companies have strayed away from it because of, unfortunately, the negative comments that come from it, and like all yeah, the obviously then it also affects sales and stuff like that. I don't know why. I guess there's just like this thing about the previous president. Wouldn't you agree?
I think it's just the atmosphere of like we leaned so far left, it just got kind of crazy. And I think just naturally in society, the pendulum.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
is it gonna? Are we gonna bring a new link or not? Oh no, you good. Um, so yeah, I think that like in society, when things go all the way one way, it's just gonna swing all the way the other way. And
Mhm.
I think so. Like when you look at it with Obama, Trump was able to become or like come into power because of Obama. I feel like with his like just like with him being in there. And then Trump came in, and then Biden was able to exist because Trump existed, but it got way too left. So now we're leaning all the way back right, or we're leaning right.
Like
So
it's like a palate cleansing.
yeah,
Palate
but
cleansing.
the whole world, I think the whole world's starting to lean back to the right.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying. Like, are you saying that it's more than normal, more than usual? So, like, from Obama to Trump, like, is it more than usual?
I
Because
feel like
from
Obama
Obama
was
to Trump, people were still like, I'm left. You know,
man, I think you know what, man. I honestly think Obama was kind of like as close to the center as we've been in a long time. Like he wasn't extremely left, but then like when he left office, I feel like the Biden administration and everything that just kind of came with that was
Trump.
extreme. No, because like I'm saying, like when Trump came in, it started going really right, and it got like a little wild in regards of just like what was happening in society, the way people were talking. So then it became the super highly sensitive era, like that 2020-ish era leading into 2024. It was like super left, super like I think we're good now though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably experiencing that little awkward period. But yeah, it was super left, and then now we're going back right because it was super left. Like when you have the whole like I think a lot of people just got turned off by like people not having just like I guess like quote unquote common sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I personally am appreciative of it. So, I do think that there were some wild things that were being thrown out there towards the end of Biden's administration. Um, I think you and I had some conversations about certain stuff that were just like, yo, like, there was like a point where like there was about to be like, gender changers can use the same bathroom as like the gender that they changed to. Like, I think when we start getting in that territory, man, I just think that like, at what point, what is life? Like, if yeah, if a man that was born with a cock can go into a bathroom with a woman that
That's a nasty fucking word,
but like do you like that? I mean, do you think that's equality and fairness? Like if you're born with a cock and then you surgically
It's crazy word, man. It's a crazy nasty word, man.
if you're born with a cocker spaniel and they chop it off, but you're like, and you're technically, well, not technically, you're still a male, but you want to be referred to as a female, but you're able to go into a bathroom that like is really for real females. Like, like imagine your daughter, you know,
Mhm.
like imagine whatever mental state that transgender person is in, you know, who knows if they did it just to get closer to, like, there's just, I don't know. I just felt like when we were heading down that, when things started like popping up on Instagram that this law was trying to get passed, or that's where I start to feel like, you know, things are starting to like lean into too you know, too much of one way. But I will say that there are times where, you know, things lean too far right. Um, like the whole pro-choice situation. I'm not going to state my side on that. Well, actually, I am going to state my side. Actually, I'm not. But yeah, I'm not actually. I'm
I
not.
think I'm. Look, man.
We don't
I'm
have. We don't have. No, don't do it, bro. Trust me.
no.
We don't
I'm.
have.
No, I was just gonna say I'm a person of balance. Like
Oh, okay.
I've always said this. I think if you lean any type of way, you're unbalanced. And I think that there's good things from both sides, and you should just be trying to find things that benefit people all across the board. You know, but it is what it is, man. I just look at it. It's just interesting to see from a marketing standpoint because I feel like, at least myself, like I'm a marketer and you're a marketer. Like we do social media, so it's just interesting to see like the current temperature of everything right now. I just remember there was a point in time where like if you didn't have some type of like pride or some type of like not that, yeah, some type of celebration for Pride Month, I feel like you're like behind in the marketing ploy. But I think it's important for companies just to be genuine. Like support those who support you. And if there's a big audience that, supports you, then obviously show love and all that kind of stuff. But um you don't have to pander. Like you don't have to create fake campaigns to get like brownie points from the community if that's not like what you kind of like push. Or if that's not the base that supports you. And I think that like I remember 2 years ago, whatever that year was, what I think it was Budweiser or one of those companies fucked up and did that, and they really angered their base. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm of the side of like common sense and fairness and decency. I'm not like a right person. I'm not a left person. So I know a lot of people like, oh, like that one time we were talking about, we briefly touched up on like the tariffs and shit. And one dude's like, oh, you're spouting left nonsense. It's like, no, I'm just spouting fucking financials and shit. It wasn't like I'm married to like one side, if that makes sense. But
I was about to say something and I kind of forgot. It was about this topic, um, and I forgot.
oh, I thought you were about to, I thought you were about to make an announcement. I was gonna
No,
say,
no, 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 no. It was about this topic, and I completely forgot what it was about, though. Um, yeah, I forgot, bro. Maybe it'll come back to me in a bit.
no, you're good. I was watching the what is it called, that new Netflix doc. It's like 4 episodes or 3 episodes about how they killed Bin Laden. But I feel like they come out with something every single year about that. But it was really good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've watched like 30 different Osama bin Laden documentaries.
yeah. I watch every time I watch a new one. It's like the first time I've seen it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just like kind of breaking down like how,
differently.
yeah, like how Bush. Oh, Bud Light, my fault. But yeah, how Bush went about trying to get Bin Laden, and then how Obama's administration went about getting Bin Laden. It was just like really, really fun to watch. Crazy times.
But going back on the Pride thing, we did the Pride. Y'all did the Pride month, and we did y'all do every Pride month for GBT? We did it. We did Pride month where we changed our whole logo, and we changed our whole logo to a rainbow flag for a whole month. We also, are you trying to laugh?
I'm listening to you. I was just listening. Wow.
Okay.
When did
Okay.
this happen? I didn't see any of that.
2022
Okay.
and 21.
Okay.
We changed our flag to rainbow. We dropped a rainbow. We did a rainbow campaign. By rainbow, I mean Pride campaign.
Hmm.
We did a whole Pride photo shoot. Um, Pretty,
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. No, I do remember that. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
were getting comments like, "Is Anaka a gay company now?" Um, yeah, shit, there it is, right on the screen.
That's actually kind of. I mean, that's dope.
Yeah, it's them hoes sold though. Them
Yeah,
hoes sold.
it looks like a Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, we definitely appealed to the pride demographic, and we definitely, we were able to generate a lot of sales for the pride off from the pride demographic or off the pride demographic, and then also like give back a lot to the pride demographic. But we did receive a lot of emotional backlash and verbal backlash from, I guess, our non-pride demographic, whether they're right or left, whatever, like the non-pride people. And yeah, the negative comments that came with that every year. And then of course, like, it just kind of wasn't worth it. Um, Obviously Anaka stand behind everyone. I mean, we even had people that were gay that worked for us. So we treated everyone like family, everything like that. But, very interesting times. But now pride is like no longer pushed whatsoever. It's
Well,
interesting.
the NFL definitely like they did some stuff with certain teams. I know a lot of people are pushing back against it. Des Bryant posted something about it recently. He's like, hold on, let me this was like off the cuff. I wasn't gonna like really talk about it, but let me pull it up. Yeah, Des said, sheesh. Oh, you got it right there. Yeah, football. Yeah, so the football thing is, yeah, football is gay, football is lesbian, football is beautiful, football is queer, football is exciting, football is transgender, football is bisexual, football is power, football is American, football is accepting, football is everything, among other messages in the clip. Football is gay, football is queer. Yeah, yeah. So, oh, so Des says football. Can you scroll up again? Oh, yeah, okay, my fault. Football is gay, football is queer, football is transgender. These are wild statements to make. Excuse my silliness. I'm going to
Who
proudly tell my boys football is none of these things. I have nothing against gays, but this is far from right.
who the fuck?
It definitely is far from right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
far from the right side of like far from the right side of politics. Jeez, man. Like that's what I mean. Like
Do you agree with that?
what?
That statement. You love that? You love that ad?
I just think it's pandering. It's not that I don't agree. I just think it's pandering. Like I don't.
You don't need to do that, man. Like,
They didn't.
what the heck is that,
What the heck, bro?
bro? The NFL,
No, I think
The NFL dropped that today.
yeah, they did.
That's
And
scary.
it's some teams changed their logos. It just looks like I'm not saying like don't do it. It just don't look like
Doesn't
it's
look genuine.
yeah, it don't look genuine. It just looked like y'all just did this because you feel like it was like something you got to check off your list.
Like you don't need to go into detail. Like, what was the next gonna like? The next thing was gonna say NFL allows anal. Like, what? Like, it was like football, football transgender, football basket. Like, they went into extreme detail of like everything, and I'm just like, bro, like, wait, did they say transgender? They didn't
Yeah,
say
they
trans.
did.
No, they
They did.
didn't. No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
NFL can't be
Play the
transgender.
video, bro. They said it.
They didn't say it.
They did.
How can the NFL be transgender?
I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I don't know anything, bro. I'm not. Yeah, look at
What?
bro. Play the video, Vic. Just like for us to see it. Yeah, football is gay.
That is
Football is lesbian. Football is beautiful. Queer life. Football is American. Football is accepting.
hmm.
Honestly, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If they just put football is accepting and football's for everyone, that would have been right there. That would have been all right.
Oh, and then the rainbow flag.
Yeah, that's all
Boom.
you had to. That's
That's
all.
all you got to
Honestly,
do,
that's
bro.
all they had to do.
Bro, all they have to do is a black screen, show the NFL logo in rainbow, and then fade away. They don't have. They don't need to say anything else, man. Maybe football is for everyone. I
Yeah,
agree with
football.
that.
I feel like if they said something like football is accepting and football's for everyone, that would have been fire. That would have been fire. That seems more on brand to support a community that like maybe doesn't feel that supported within your brand or company. And then that's the statement that you need. But I just feel like it was pandering a little bit. But yeah, it just didn't come off like I don't know. It just didn't come off like genuine. It just looks bad. Like from marketing, it just didn't look good.
It doesn't. I mean, and I'm just I have questions about the transgender part. I guess you can maybe talk about the personnel, like if there's an owner who's transgender, or like
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not
they're not
sure.
they're not talking about the players. You can't be transgender and play football. It's not illegal.
Yeah, I think what they mean is just like staffing, like people that work
Yeah,
in
that's yeah,
stadiums, people that maybe
yeah,
work on the teams, all that
that's
kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's where I'm confused. I think that's where Des Bryant is confused too.
Also, you know what, man? I want to hear what that community with the LGBT community thinks about what the NFL did. Like, I wonder if they think it's pandering. Because honestly, from my perspective, I'm not gay or I'm not like in that community. It seems panderish, but
Hmm.
like I don't know if someone of that community is like, no, like I really was appreciative of that and all that kind of stuff. The way that they rolled it out. So I don't know.
Let me ask you this: when do you like Black History Month?
Yeah.
Um, do you do you like when like sometimes just media just over panders to like Black people, like where it's like almost suffocating at a point where it's just like
I think I mean they don't. There's some.
because I think we've talked about this in the past where it's like, okay, man, like we get it, nigga, we're Black. Like it's like we know we're Black.
Yeah,
It's like
I think Black history is American history. That's number one. Right.
exactly.
But also too, it's just like
That's why I don't.
they're erasing our history though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing on the other side, and that's the thing that sucks. And I thought we were at a place where Black history wasn't being erased, and you know, no. There was a point, like when we were in school, like
Oh,
we
I
would
mean, no,
learn.
we were in school still being erased.
Well, I mean, it was being erased, but I mean, maybe it was being erased. I didn't care to know at the time. I was still learning about Black history. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I was still learning about Black history at the time. So, um, yeah, we're at a place now where like it almost seems as if Black History Month is, I guess, necessary. I wish there I wish there was a way where it was kind of like just there. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, we can't. I mean, it's not just going to be there. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
mean they're erasing it from our schools, huh?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I mean, it is what it is. That's what this administration is doing. They view it as critical race theory and they think it's division.
Mhm.
So, it's one of those things where, like, yeah, like I do think, like I said, I like Black history because I think a lot of people, what I liked about Black history is that oftentimes on social media, like every day you would learn about a new invention or something that a Black person created that people have no clue about. And I
Mhm.
thought that was really cool. Um, and with that, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're introducing new regulations to kind of do away with Black history and any type of like kind of stuff like with that going forward. Not just Black history, but I think Pride Month too is probably it's probably gonna be the last year, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I keep
Yeah.
reading. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think that like with how America goes about like kind of like sheltering certain information. I did think that Black History Month was important. I thought it was kind of comical how it's like the shortest month that we get, but I do think it's necessary, but I mean it's gone now, so what can you do? I think now you just have to do your own research. Like it's so funny. When I was in elementary, I shit you not, like when I first started learning about slavery and all that in like third or fourth grade or whenever that was, I started going home and doing my own research because I was like baffled that this was going on, and I felt that we weren't learning the full context. Like, I remember I got in trouble for asking questions about Thanksgiving and stuff, and like there were certain points in elementary I wouldn't stand up for the flag and stuff. I had to get in a lot of trouble in elementary. I was a weird kid, but um, yeah, I mean this is the era we're living in, bro. Like
Did
they're
you ever
taking,
kneel?
huh?
Did you ever kneel? Serious question, man.
Kneel like when Kaepernick was kneeling.
Yeah.
No, no. I already don't really. I like whenever they would do the Pledge of Allegiance and stuff like that. I would just kind of just stand there, you know. Like I didn't. I just kind of stand there. If
Hmm.
I'm being honest with you, I had been doing that since elementary. So like when Kaepernick started doing that, I mean I was just like, all right, but I wouldn't like kneel like in public.
Like kneel on your desk or something like that.
Yeah, I have a question for you though, because this is something that I observed over the weekend and had a conversation with someone about. I think we've had this conversation too. What do you feel when you see the American flag in public? Like when you see it on cars, when you see it flying on people's lawns. What is the first thing that comes to mind? we could skip it if
I mean, I love America, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love America.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like America is truly a land of opportunity and a land of freedom. And I know it sucks at times because of, life can get tough economically, financially, but you go to other places in America, you go to other places in America, if you go to other countries and stuff like that, man, you know, surface level it could seem like they're better, but in reality, it all comes back down to like there's certain things that America gives that other countries can't.
Mhm.
Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't if I don't really know what the word is that I think about when I see an American flag. I guess pride, no pun intended for the month, but pride in being pride in being an American, pride in being, pride and then gratefulness. Just grateful to be an American, grateful to be in this country where, even though at times shit can get hard and shit can get tough, like there's still opportunity to do things that I probably wouldn't be able to do in other countries. Like I think about Nigeria, man, like our homeland. I think about how hard it is to really stretch a dollar out there, and then just live a good, clean life, like without doing wrong. It's just, you think about even all the countries in Africa, like maybe your dollar stretches more there, but like, are you really going to be happy with the quality of life there if you move there? Like, and all the shit, the corruption, I mean, there's corruption here too, but like, at least it's hidden a bit. Like over there, man. At least over there, it's like in your face, bro. You get pulled over by a cop, you literally have to run yourself $100 just to get away from this cop. It's just like, bro, America. If you don't bother the government and you pay your taxes, they won't bother you.
Yeah.
Like you have an ability, especially. I mean, even if you're black, man. Sometimes, yeah, racism still exists, and it sucks that we have to operate in certain ways, certain times. Like we can't just run through an all white neighborhood. Uh, do you think that you could run through an all white neighborhood in America?
What do you mean? Like run?
Like run, go jogging in an all white neighborhood?
Yeah. I mean, like, what do you mean? Like, am I gonna get
Like
shot?
if you just yeah, like
Like,
do you believe that you're gonna get shot?
no, I don't think I'm gonna get shot. No.
Okay,
I
so
think I think I think I'll definitely get some calls though. Like I think like yeah, I think I might get raise some suspicions. It'd definitely be like, does this guy live here or looks a little
yeah,
odd. If it's all white, that would be concerning. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
yeah,
Not saying that I wouldn't do it, and not like I'm just saying like I understand. Yo, tread lightly because like I'm not gonna get shot, but I definitely do think that I'm gonna get some raised eyebrows and get those phone calls where it's like, hey, officer, hey, 911, there's a suspicious male jogging around our neighborhood right now. I definitely do think that. But my mom got called the hard R in our neighborhood, walking in the morning. Like by a dude like driving a truck. You know what I mean? So definitely I think I could get that too.
yeah. You can't really do anything about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
no, I just had the conversation because I know like when I see the American flag, it's like a mixed. I have to like check myself a little bit because it is mixed emotion because just off rip, I feel like whenever I see someone with like that outward pride, it makes me uncomfortable initially, but like I just have to like kind of talk. It's almost like, oh, okay, that's interesting, and that's kind of it. It's just like that can mean a lot of different things for me personally, but
Mhm.
um, I am extremely thankful. I do say that like we live in the best country pretty much in the world. Like I mean,
We do, man. I'm not gonna lie, we do. We
yeah,
do.
let's not get it fucked up. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's some things that aren't perfect here, but at the same time too, like it kind of is America, bro. Like it's the best country in the world.
There's nowhere in the world that's perfect. Like you can't
For
go
sure,
find
for sure.
you can't just go find somewhere in the world that's perfect, bro. Like
I
every
love
country is
Japan.
gonna have
I love Japan, but I wouldn't like
fuck
picture
no.
my life and live there. You know what I mean?
Hell
Like,
no.
I wouldn't do all that. I fuck with Japan. Everyone minds their business in Japan.
I mean,
Um,
how much anime porn can you watch, dude? Like it's gonna get tired at some time, bro. Fuck.
all right. But, like there's things like in Japan that like bro they don't have like a gym culture like we do have like we have here in America. Like there's none of that. So I think a lot of people traveling abroad has helped me understand that like America is cool, but there's also dope places in the world. But America, we got it good over here. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, anytime I go somewhere, even Dubai, honestly, since we're on this topic, the only place that I could see myself maybe living because a lot of other like Americans and like other ethnicities or cultures are there too. I
Yeah.
could see myself living in Dubai, but I think it would still come down to me wanting to return back to America.
Mm.
And that's what my point I was trying to make is that like I've been to a lot of places in the world, man. I've been to a lot of trips. I've been on a lot of trips. I was blessed with the ability to travel a lot as a kid and even as an adult. And man, America just has it right, bro. You know, obviously right now homes are unaffordable, but if you're able to find that hustle, if you're able to find that grind and save up money and stack up money, you can live the quote unquote American dream. It might be a lot of work to get there, but it's possible. It's attainable. In certain countries, you can't even get there. You know,
Yeah, it's impossible.
you can't get there. You're literally when you're born poor, you stay poor for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
There's opportunity. There's ways here, bro. Like, shit, bro. Nigeria damn near doesn't even have a credit card. Like, you don't even have. There's no such thing as credit in Nigeria. Can you imagine?
That's dope.
Huh?
Kind of fuck with that. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I don't because I just had this conversation with my cousin who was here from Nigeria, bro. When you buy a home,
Oh, the
you
down
have,
payment is
bro.
crazy. My dad was like, yeah, when you should start looking for man, bro. If you look at my WhatsApp between me and my dad, it's nothing but Nigerian real estate. And I was like, yo, dad, I'm like, okay, like, it should be able to buy some real estate easy in Nigeria. I'm like, so what's the down payment? Bro, I think it's like 70%. Like you have to
Yeah,
come like
70% something like that, and then you have to pay the remaining 30% like once every month. But it's like you have to break up that 30% into 6 months. Like you pretty much have to buy houses cash out there.
straight up. Yeah.
Imagine buying a $700,000 house cash. You have to. That's the thing. You
That's
have that. It's either you do like a $500,000 home, or you just live in poverty the rest of your life. So it's just like
we got 17 niggas in the chat, but that shit ain't moving. Y'all just observing or what? Y'all already know what it is. Get active in the chat. My fault.
they're not all niggas, man. They could be white. They could be
My fault. I got too comfortable. We got 17 people watching right now. Ain't no one active in the chat. What's up? But yeah, I think we America's eye. You know, fuck with America. It's very convenient. There's a lot of things here that we benefit from. That's cool. So you
I
know,
can hop in my whip here. One thing that I tell people when I go out of country, like, what do you like about America compared to here? I love that in America, I have my driveway, I have space, there's parking lots. I love that I'm able to get in my car and just drive on a highway, bro. A highway that's like evenly, smoothly paved, and there's like space. bro, I've been to a lot of countries where like that's just like harder to do, you
What
know?
countries are you going to, bro?
I mean, shit, I was in Egypt,
Like,
Uganda, shit, Nigeria too, nigga.
no, Nigeria roads are crazy, bro.
Yeah. No, you can't do that there. You
Well,
can't.
damn, like I mean, UK, you know, shit.
UK, you can do that there, but
Dubai, fuck.
Dubai, you can do that there.
Greece, nigga,
I actually
fuck.
rented a car. I actually rented a car. I mean, you can do that in other countries, but it just doesn't feel as like cool and smooth as it does here.
Okay. I saw Slim
Mhm.
Thug driving around today. I came back from Lala. Slim Thug was just riding around this old school Chevy, just blasting music. I'm like, damn, that nigga must just be like bored.
That dude's a DM demon. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
DM demon.
I saw him at Toca Madera or whatever.
Yeah,
Vibe.
he's a local native.
Oh,
A
yeah, he's
local-
local as fuck. He's everywhere. I've seen him probably like 4 times in the past month.
Dude's got big balls, man. He got some big balls.
Okay.
Big balls.
Okay. Oh shit. So getting into, I mean, bro, the NBA. So I'm not
Oh,
gonna. I mean, the NBA is kind of cooked right now. So let's just talk about culture. That shit is so dead, bro. Like I have no desire to talk about that.
I
Okay.
think we should save it for the end.
Yeah, we should. We'll close that out with that. Zion Williamson. Don't say the R word on here because it really fucks up. I feel like the views and all that type of stuff. Like, oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah. So Zion was accused of sexually assaulting a girl in Los Angeles.
hmm
We talked about this last podcast. I said that Zion just is not locked in. I know this happened in the past, but what are your initial thoughts? We talked about it in the chat, going back and forth. But what are your thoughts when you saw that Zion was accused of sexual assault
um,
and the R word?
when when my initial thought was like, when are these athletes gonna learn that like, I mean, it's easier said than done, but when are they gonna learn that like fucking around? And I'm not saying that it didn't happen or it did happen. I'm just saying that there's two ways to look at it. I'm gonna take it from Zion's side. I'm gonna take it from the female side. First, I'm gonna take it from Zion's side. When are these athletes gonna realize that like messing around with these Miami chicks? Nah, apparently it was a dropout JB. I think it was another girl.
Someone
Like,
else.
and
But
I say,
that girl's thinking about filing too. That's what she said. She's about to retain. She's thinking about retaining Tony Busby.
bro, if a girl, and I'm not even trying to sound judgmental, but like I'm just kind of keeping it real. And I don't know if you agree with me or not, Russ, but please, if you do, just back me up so I don't look like an idiot. But if a girl like goes to Miami and gets a BBL, boob job, lip job, Botox, like all this cosmetic to change her appearance like a Kardashian, and she slides in your DM and her Instagram is filled with like half naked pictures and she's wanting to be with you and date you. 9 times out of 10, man, that girl is a girl you should stay very, very far away from.
Yeah, 100%.
Very, very far away from.
Yeah.
But that's like that's the NBA, NFL. Honestly, NBA and NFL niggas are the only dumb niggas that do this, but NBA and NFL starter pack. When they get money, it's like that's the easiest woman that will literally zero pride, zero zero dignity. Like, I will let you fuck me if you buy me purses. I will let you do whatever it is to me if you buy me this, that, and that. And what we're witnessing now is that a lot of these girls, these females that are doing this to these men, they're they're obviously they have an alternative motive. Like there's something else there, they don't really care about the player. They care about what he comes with and what he brings.
Yeah.
So, Zion was just another. Yeah, bro, exactly. They get to the league and they lose all common sense. And I don't blame them, man.
Well, I mean, like, I don't understand.
These
So,
girls that you beat your meat to before you had money, they're now begging you to fuck them. And it's like, at that point, it's like, how do you like say no? Sorry, go ahead.
not even that. I don't even. You know, it's so funny. I don't even think these girls be begging them. I think they be seeking it out. Like I
Oh,
feel
for sure. I think it's a mixture of both.
yeah, it's a mixture of both, but also too like, I, are you like? I'm not attracted to that look. I think it's because we're in a gooner epidemic. Not gonna lie.
Oh, let me
Oh,
get you like the natural look and the no makeup.
okay, okay, okay. What the fuck?
I do too. I do too. I do too.
Okay, okay, I see you. Nah, but like, bro, that's just not my vibe. Like, why is yo? First of all, that Mariah Mills girl. Have you seen like?
She's like a Build-A-Bear. No
No,
offense.
it's not even like a Build-A-Bear. It's like she looks like Frankenstein. Like,
Yeah.
no, like not even trying to be like funny. Like she literally looks like she was stitched together with like the most egregious body parts that you can find.
But I have to take a moment to pray for those people because like it's definitely like a mental health issue, right? Because like, how do you go from, your God-given body to like just wanting to like do plastic surgery on plastic surgery on plastic surgery on plastic surgery just to appeal to another sex?
What I don't, what I don't get, what I don't get, man, it's like
What's a goner epidemic? What does that mean?
gooner.
Oh,
I think it means a gooner. Like a gooner is like I think like a horny. I think it's a new word for like horny, nasty fuck.
mm,
Like oh, I just gooned. Like
mm.
niggas be saying that type of shit. Like oh, I just gooned. Like I'm about to goon right now, which is like I'm about to beat my shit. A person who commits the act of gooning, in the extreme cases, many people choose to go so far with gooning that they're willing to develop a porn addiction and base a life around it. To them, porn is everything. There's no
Sounds like you.
that's that's sick, bro. Don't put that on me. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it just sounds like a horny ass nigga, bro.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's a goon. Zion is a gooner. That
Yeah, he
nigga,
is.
that's nasty.
Yeah, some of the shit I heard.
Am I
He's a
saying that right? Is it
gooner.
gooner or gooner?
Gooner.
Vic, hit the unmute, bro. Is it help
Yeah,
Unk out
take
here?
that shit out your mouth, bro.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay. All right.
Hit- Okay, Vic.
He has to do all this. My bad, bro. My bad.
Yeah, no,
My bad, bro.
we can hear you, bro.
Gooner? He just said unk?
Unk. I
That
said
is
help Unk out. Yeah, I said help
oh,
Unk out. Nah,
Hey, hey, everyone in chat is Russ and Shawley considered Unk?
nah, we
To me,
not.
I think so.
nah.
I think
Nah,
so.
we're big bro.
Vic is 21 though.
We're still big bro.
Um,
Unk is like pushing 40. Like in the next
nah,
5 to 10 years, we'll be Unk for real.
Unk is like 33. Isn't it 33, 36? I guess 30. You're right, 36 and
Yeah.
above.
Like I'd say Unk status is like, yeah, closer to 40.
Cement Athletics, is it just me or does it seem like black athletes are getting yeah, they're getting targeted because they fucking deal with these women.
Yeah, because they'll accept that.
Bro, let's be fucking real. Sorry, excuse my French. This is like I'm like passionate about this topic. Russ, do you think Josh Allen is fucking with Dr. Miami 90210 woman?
If he was, we wouldn't know.
And if he did, it was like an experiment one time. He did it one time and was like, man,
He's married though. He got married this weekend. Shout
for
out to
sure. Congrats, bro. Found him a good one. She's beautiful, whatever. Like good. I mean, she did have that scene with Michael B. Jordan, which that's a topic for another day. Would you marry a woman that's doing that with other people in movies?
Let's stay on stream.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But okay. Do you see like? I mean, yeah. You know what?
He said we lived in a society where it used to be called fapping. How many times have it changed? Yeah, I mean it's a new generation, bro. There's new words for everything. Now I'm not Unk. My bald head makes me Unk, but like my age don't make me Unk. I'm still young, bro. I'm 30. Y'all both gotta do so. Nah. Is it just me or does it seem like black? Oh yeah. My fault. But I just think that like, you know what? The white athletes go for the models. Like the real like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got a new girl every game.
Yeah, but they're not like the.
Yeah, they're not.
There's a type.
Huh?
There's a type, right?
Yeah, like I feel like so Joe Burrow is a silent killer. From what I've seen and what I've heard, he always got like something new with him, and it's usually like a supermodel.
Yeah.
So that's the type of bag he be in, but he don't get any shit for it because it's quiet and also we don't know if those girls are running up checks on them or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
we don't know that.
but like I feel like they know how to go about things a little bit more discreetly, whereas like I don't know what it is with some of these athletes, man. They just be liking the craziest of women. But I think it's just sad, man. I mean, I think from the perspective of Zion, just control your meat, bro. Like, just control your meat. There's no need to like. The thing that's tough too is that he's having children with these with these girls, man.
He is.
Yeah, he has that Mariah Mills girl pregnant, or she had a kid. I'm pretty sure. Vic, am I tripping? I'm pretty sure he has 2 kids.
Nah, there's no way, bro.
Yeah, man, we're worried. Yeah, he has 2 kids. I think he has 2 kids right now.
Nah, nah.
No,
Yeah,
no, bro.
no, he doesn't,
No,
man.
I'm
If he has kids with Mariah Mills, I think I don't want to talk about this topic anymore.
hold on.
There's no way. There's no way.
Um,
There's no way. There's no way.
okay, he has okay. He has 1 kid. He has 1 kid.
Clicker?
Is that a kid?
Oh, she was the one that she came out with a crazy.
So
She did something crazy
no,
recently.
no, no. Okay, so he has a daughter with a girl, and then he was fucking Mariah Mills around. Yeah, okay, there we go. I'm bugging. My fault. My fault, Zion. I just put like another kid on you. Yeah, she pregnant. Nah, I think she had the kid. My bad, man. My bad. But still, like, there's a lot of. I mean, shit. There's a lot
Who,
of.
who's pregnant? Oh, his ex.
Is Mariah pregnant right now? Or hold on.
Is Mariah pregnant or Athena or Akina or Akuna Matata?
Hmm. You gonna misspell? You gonna mispronounce a black woman name on stream? For
Yeah, it's crazy.
hell,
Take that back, man.
let me see.
I want to make sure I'm centered. Wait, who's yes, Blaze Lynn? Who's pregnant? Oh no, she's not. Anyways, man.
I don't think she's pregnant. Yeah.
Anyways, I think that the topic, of just these athletes, we can say this all we want to. If they continue to mess with these females that like all look the same, it's kind of like you know what they're after. If they have that look, if their IG is half naked photos, they have cosmetic surgery in every part of their body, and they're very, very, very easy to attain. Chances are, like,
I think who you fuck says a lot about you. To be honest with you,
agreed.
like
Agreed.
if to me, if you're busting down these girls that have no like depth to them, then you yourself have no depth to you.
And
Like
you,
if you're fucking these like build a bear women or just like women that are constantly looking to extort like high earners or whatever, I think to me that says a lot about you. Like it shows that you have a lack of self control, um, and you don't understand like what the risks to benefit ratios are because like you're looking at these athletes getting tied up for like 18 years off a situation that they probably take back. It's like, bro, was it worth it? Like instead, like when you look at Shy. Shy is building with his girl right now. They have a child. He said that his girl makes him so much better and that she's a former hooper and that she's taught him a lot of the things that he's implementing in his life right now. Like that's what,
she's cold at soccer too.
huh?
She was cold at soccer.
Yeah, like that's what I feel like that's what you should be attaching yourself to, like people that got something to offer you, people that could help you build yourself up too. And when you get with these like girls that have nothing to give you, like they're always gonna take from you. Like there's like you didn't build a foundation for this person to feel comfortable like having raw sex and now having an accident and now you have them pregnant and now you're down for 18 years. Like that's I don't know. I don't know why people don't think that through. Like I don't know. Maybe you're just so young you can't think properly and you get a fuck ton of money and a lot of access to a lot of different people that you've probably been beating your meat off to. So it's just like the second that you could like hit them up, you do it. And it's like, oh shit, she'll actually let me do this, and then you follow through with it, and then all of a sudden you stuck with it for 18 years.
And then I think the other thing, the other half of that, there's two halves. There's the children, and then also like, you know, you're messing around with these women that, you know, they may think in their head that they're actually gaining access to your heart, like you actually care about them. You know, you're actually falling in love with them. The moment they see you out with another chick, or they find out that you're talking to another chick, or they find out that you're treating another chick the same way you're treating them, that's when the sexual assault allegations come. You know,
But that's also like, I'm not saying it's right. I
yeah,
think I'm just putting everything on the I'm putting everything on the athlete, bro. You can't be going around selling girls a dream just to fuck.
yeah, but it's also not right to falsely claim you're being sexual assaulted.
For sure. But like when you're messing with these type of women and then you're selling a false dream, what do you think that blowback gonna be?
Oh yeah, they're gonna come after you.
He's gonna explode on social media and make you look like a clown.
Yeah.
So it's just like understand who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Understand who you're dealing with. Also, just like don't be trying to like be a player and have like all these different girls on your roster, and when they all start finding out about each other, now your shit's just like all fucked up.
I think we're in an epidemic where like these cases are about to start coming out a lot more.
Seems like
a lot of these athletes that I promise you, there's probably so many athletes that are married that are being like blackmailed into like paying women, and that sucks. I can't imagine being in that situation. But there's probably so many athletes that are happily or quote unquote happily married. They have a good public image. I'm just going to use this as an example, like LeBron James and Savannah. Like, imagine if LeBron was if he was fooling around with somebody, and like there's a chick just out there, just like, you know, blackmailing him to pay her to keep her, you know, to keep this shit under wraps. There's probably so many athletes out there that have lawyers and like NDAs and stuff like that that are like being faulted with or played with. And the answer to kind of back you up, Russ, like the way you avoid all this is just avoid those type of women, bro.
yeah, or just don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, and that's why we were texting. I was texting my friend Chris, and I was texting you about it last week. Like, sex outside of marriage, or sex outside of, I'll leave sex out of marriage. Sex outside of marriage for the religious side of things, but like sex outside of like companionship and just relationship is just not the vibe, bro. Nothing good comes from it.
Yeah,
nothing good comes from it. Like, either you get a girl to fall in love with you and you don't love her, or you have kids with someone you don't fuck with. There's nothing that good that comes with it.
I mean, like, look at you remember when Kevin Hart, when they tried to extort Kevin Hart, that girl tried to extort Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart said, "Man, fuck that. Yeah, I cheated. Like, this is what happened. I'm stupid as fuck, but I will not let this girl extort me. Like, fuck no, I'm not paying you shit." Yep. And I don't know, I forgot exactly what happened with that situation, but he's like, "No, fuck that, you're not extorting me." Like, but like I said, there's nothing to get extorted means there's something to extort, and it's like, don't even give them something to extort. I know it's said than done. Obviously, we all make mistakes, but it's just never worth it. It just always seems like it's a costly thing.
Yeah, I'm sure these girls, they have plans. It's like plan A, he falls in love with me and he marries me. Plan B, he gets me pregnant. Plan C, A and B don't happen. He moves on. I have all these images and pictures and text messages, and I'm saving them for a rainy day. And then I'm going to Tony Busby.
Roberto said, "Would rather be with an 8 that's a vibe than with a 10 that's an online personality for show." Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah, man. I've been watching Pop the Balloon, and there's this girl, this one episode. The dude popped her balloon. She was like a good-looking girl, and he popped her balloon because she had no depth to her. She was just like a pretty face. And like, huh?
That's very common.
Yeah, and I just think that, like, I don't know, you just got to be careful with people like that, man. Gotta really be careful. Too many women is a headache. Can't do multiple. It's so funny. This past Saturday, I ran into a subscriber, and like, he was super young. He was 21, And for whatever reason, I don't know why we was just only talking about women and relationships. I guess like he just needed some advice or something. But like out of all the things that people usually talk to me about, he only talked to me about women. And I said, honestly, man, I know you're 21. He said he has a girlfriend that he really likes. I was like, I would encourage you to try your best to be like a man for her and give her your all in regards to like your mental and then allowing her to feel comfortable to be her best self to truly see if like this is someone that can be there for the long haul. Because I'm like, I'm telling you right now, bro, like as you get older you yearn more and more for just that one person that you could be with like all the time and they'll always have your back.
Yeah. It's kind of like the saying, you know, the I might butcher this, but the plant only grows if you water it.
The grass only greens where you water it. Yeah, is that kind of how it goes?
I think there's so many different Hallmark quotes, but uh,
Yeah,
yeah, the plant only grows, or the flower only grows or blossoms if you water it. So like I mean, yeah, pouring your all into a woman and allowing her to pour back into you, or if you pour your all into a woman and she doesn't pour back, I mean that might be a sign that she's not the one. So
yeah, that's
we-
easy. That
we've
makes
all been, we've all been there.
yeah. I think it makes it easier for you to make that discern like that to make that decision. It's like, yo, I literally gave you everything I could, and this still ain't working. Now I
Hmm.
know for sure, like this wasn't meant to be.
Hmm.
Constantly going on dates when you can spend that money on your wife is crazy. Yeah.
Facts.
Yes.
That first chick may have been your wife, but you just wanted to see if you could stick your thing into other things, and
Sheesh.
you passed up on it. So yeah, I mean, bro, if I can go back, I mean, I can't. Nah, that's a horrible thing to say. Um, if I yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this one.
Bro, going on to the Gooner shit or continuing on with the Gooner shit, Sydney Sweeney is selling her soul that contains her own bathwater. Ch- Chat, chat, chat. How Gooner is that shit, bro?
Oh, oh, man.
You should never. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Cement tripping, bro. You should never love a woman more than she loves you. You start to lose focus on the bigger picture. Oh yeah. Oh no! Wait. What?
Hey,
Okay, nah.
Dark Him doesn't want to. Never mind. But yeah, nah, you should never love a woman more than she loves you, bro.
Yeah.
These
So
like,
if you're in a relationship where you feel like you love her more than she loves you, I feel like that's a problem. Both sides. A woman shouldn't love you more than you love her. I think you guys need to love each other equally. Like what the fuck?
hmm, yeah, and it's kind of interesting. So you should never feel like you love your woman more than she loves you.
I feel like y'all should be equally. You shouldn't question if your girl loves you as much as you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, for sure, I agree.
Yeah, like
I thought you were just saying like you should always feel like your girl loves you more than
no,
you.
no. I'm just saying like y'all should both, yeah, equally yoked love. Like I feel like y'all should be, locked in for real.
Hmm.
Like y'all both love each other immensely. It shouldn't be like this concept where like, yeah, I need to find a girl that's obsessed with me, but I'm not that obsessed with her. Like what?
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like at some point, someone's gonna be is gonna left feeling like unappreciated.
Yeah, no, it's not fun when you're like not as into your girlfriend as she is in with you because like you kind of just feel like you're wasting your life. Yeah.
Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And if a girl feels like you love her more than she loves you, she don't respect you, and she probably gonna cheat on you. Not saying like she's looking for that, but I'm just saying like emotionally, she's gonna find someone that's gonna that she gonna like really love. So
Hmm. Facts, facts, facts.
you want to be with someone that like if I'm obsessed with you, I want you to be obsessed with me. Like what the fuck? I never understood when people said that. Oh man, a good conversation, right? Okay, spawning off the conversation I had with that one 21-year-old kid, he said that he has learned through social media and in life, and that he's actually never been vulnerable with his girl or cried in front of his girl. Have you?
Cried?
Yeah, have you cried in front of a girl before?
Yeah.
Is that something that like you're against?
No, I think that kind of unlocks like a different level of like relationship, you know?
Yeah, intimacy. Yeah.
Yeah, if she's able to see me in that moment and still love me and, want to be there for me and care for me even more, just as much as she did before, that's just like I mean, I think in relationships you're constantly growing. You're constantly learning about each other. So like if you're able to grow together in that same direction and, in that direction of growing, an incident like that happens, you cry, you break down in front of her and she's like there to hold you and, grasp you and stuff like that. I think that's a good thing. I'm
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I told him because I'm of the same mindset. Like I feel like you should be me personally, I think your girl needs to be your best friend. Like it needs to be your confidant, it needs to be your best friend, it needs to be someone that you feel comfortable with at all times. And if you feel like that person isn't that for you, and you're constantly trying to put yourself in a place where you're vulnerable to that person, and you just don't feel like it's being received well, that's not your person, bro. Like, in my personal opinion, like I don't think that's your person. But I told him you should really work on making her your safe place, or like understanding that you have a safe place with her, and then maybe you'll unlock a whole different element to like y'all's relationship that you didn't even know was possible. But when you have like this constant shield on, like how are you gonna be like? I don't know. I just feel like at that point you can never truly be like,
Yourself.
yeah. Cause shit, this past weekend I cried in front of my girl. No, 2 weekends ago. Um, I was reading a message that someone sent me about something, and like it
Mhm.
was in regards to just like helping that person through a tough time. And like I was just in the car, and I just leaned over to the side a little bit, had a couple of tears, but I felt comfortable doing that with her because I felt like you know she has my back, and that she's not gonna like make fun of me. It's like, oh, like you're fucking crying, like you're a fucking bitch, you're a pussy, like what the fuck, you know.
She
I
calls
think.
her friend. She's like, this nigga, you don't believe it. This nigga crying, bro. This nigga crying. I knew he was a pussy.
Oh man, nah, hell no. But yeah, but also too, if that did happen, then it's like, okay, like this is not someone I could be vulnerable with, and this isn't my partner.
So if your girl clowns you like that, I think that would be the
Well, but
best.
that's what, bro. But on social, have you had that happen before? A girl use a moment against you?
Are you talking to me? I thought you were talking to. I thought you were like responding to a comment. That's why I was reading the comments to see if someone said
Oh
that.
no, yeah, nigga, I'm talking
Oh,
to you.
it just you talked to me as if you were reading something.
Well,
No.
mm.
Have I been with a girl who, when I was vulnerable, she just kind of just didn't care? Yeah. Am I with that person today? No. So, uh, like, can you imagine just like being emotional and crying, and then the girl that you're with is just like looking at you with like a blank face, like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
no words, but just like, okay, like, what am I supposed to do now? Can you imagine that? So, like, yeah, I have experienced that before, and that's not a good feeling. And that's not someone you should be with. I think there's this like perception that men are supposed to be tough, built tough, just rock solid all the time, like, no emotions, no whatever. But like, nah, man. Sometimes men, especially leaders of the household, they need to like be able to let that shit out. They
yeah,
got to be able to let that shit out. They got to be able to cry. They got to be able to feel like they can just be themselves and not have to wear this superhero cape all the time, you know?
yeah. Because a lot of people they talk about like you got to learn you can't be vulnerable with the girl because she will use it against you. A lot of people have that sentiment. I'm like that.
That's a really old school flawed way of thinking.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, shit, a bad woman will do that to you, but not like a good girl. Nah, Kari, what you say, bruh? Don't retract that message.
I'm not finna like meet a girl and then cry on the first date though, you know, just to test if she's
Nah, that's crazy.
accepting to my vulnerability. But
You gonna look unstable as fuck.
yeah, I will, if we're together and she begins to know about my personal life, I'll begin to know about her personal life. You know, there will be moments where I don't care to like run away and cry. I'm just gonna do it right in front of her and see how
you
she
you
takes it.
you mentioned being head of the household. Did you see Offset is asking for spousal support from Cardi B?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? We talked about prenups. I think an episode ago with Travis Hunter because like he didn't sign a prenup with allegedly with his girl. So, what are your thoughts on a man asking for spousal support from a woman?
I uh I don't know, man. I don't know their financial situation. Who do you think makes more money? Offset or Cardi B?
Cardi B for sure.
For
Like
real?
it's not even close, bro.
Yeah.
Cardi
Uh,
B makes a lot of fucking money, bro.
it kind of seems as if Offset is just trying to he's not as financially lucrative as he was back in the Migos days. And it kind of seems as if he's trying to, he already knows that she's dating Stephon Diggs. He already knows that she's moved on, and he knows that she's making more money than him. Because I mean, let's be real, Offset probably isn't getting the cash that he once was. It kind of seems as if he's just kind of like trying to make a pool for some sort of like financial security. Um, how I feel about it, I think if women are allowed to do it, then men should be allowed to do it. Like if
Yeah.
you're in a situation where like, you're the breadwinner, you're the male and you divorce, whatever, you have kids with somebody, you divorce, separate, and your wife is able to seek spousal support to like help you take care of the kids. I mean, shit. It should be the same way, vice versa. Like,
Cement
yeah,
said, "Shit, if I was Offset, I'd do the same thing. Offset's net is 30 mil, and Cardi's 100 plus mil.
I don't even think Offset's net worth is 30 million to be honest with
Yeah,
you,
I
but
don't think it's 30.
I don't think it's I think it's like a percentage of that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Cardi's is. I mean, from what I've seen, Cardi's definitely up there. Like she has a lot of money.
yeah, I would say Cardi definitely like probably makes more money for sure.
Not for sure. For sure.
100 million though. You guys gotta be careful about these net worths. But
I don't know if she's worth 100 million.
yeah,
She,
but
she made a lot of money though.
she has she had her period for sure.
No pun intended.
Yeah, she had her period for sure. But
You know, I feel like
he's trying to secure. I mean, I don't blame him, bro.
it's
I don't
kind of
blame
like
him.
I'm of the mindset where like I honestly think he's just doing it to be annoying as fuck. To be honest with you, like
I think he needs money. Think about one like how is he making money today, Russell? There's no one showing up to his concert. There's no one showing up to his concerts. I don't know why I said your full name.
I don't
There's
know.
no,
I don't know.
there's no one showing up to his concerts. There's no one buying his music. He doesn't really have any sponsorship deals. If anything, I heard that he bought a lot of homes when he was like at the top. So like, if anything, he's probably living off the residuals of that and the money he saved up. If he saved up any money from his when he was popping, so like, and from what I see, he lives a very lavish lifestyle. So it's like, yeah, bro, you need something to keep the wheel turning.
One thing that I will point out that I haven't really seen too many people talk about is the fact that whenever Cardi built the net worth that she currently has, I think that Offset was there. And I think that there was maybe some collaborative efforts or just like encouragement or whatever. I mean, is that not what women argue whenever they kind of pull away and ask for spousal support? So I think that he was a part of that process in some ways, and he feels like, you know, he's owed some compensation.
Roberto brought up a really good point. She even raised his like
She did. Well,
yeah
I mean, this isn't the first. I mean, that nigga has been accused of cheating for like he's been accused of cheating for the past like 10 years, bro. Like,
yeah he has, and she's taking him back like every time too.
yeah, man. Like she is publicly like, I mean,
Embarrassed
this
herself.
is all public knowledge. She's always on social media talking about this nigga cheated again. He did this, he did that.
Yeah,
It's like you keep
yeah,
taking him back. So I
yeah.
mean,
It's happened at least 3 times.
yeah, for sure 3 times. And we don't know about the other stuff that maybe was like kept under wraps. You know what I mean? So
I'm with Roberto. I definitely side with Cardi on like the frustration of having to potentially give him money, and I think she's even more mad about it because she knows she's probably gonna have to because she makes more money.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, 50,000. I mean, she should be able to do that. I think
Your
it was
mama said
50,000.
Offset that's 25M followers on Insta. He'll be all right.
I don't think that matters, man.
Nah, he's not. I don't think he's. It's not like I don't think. I don't know, man. Honestly, but I mean, the expense part of it, which I was gonna piggyback off this conversation because remember whenever I posted the rant in the chat, and you were like, "Bro, her expenses are nuts."
Yeah.
And I can't remember everything off the top of my head, but there is some shit in there. Like they pay their driver 10K a month. They have security on the property and then on her premise, like at all times. Personal chef. They pay her cousin to watch the kid, but the cousin doesn't cook or do anything. She just watches the kid. Um, Let me see if I could pull up a list. I don't know if they have a list. I don't know if they have a list online of Cardi's expenses because she listed out everything, and I was like, "This is actually nuts."
I mean, I mean, bro, it was crazy. I think our fans would believe us. It was insane. I mean, go listen to the. I don't know what that was. Was it like a live or was it like a?
Shit. Why AI said Cardi B's monthly spending has been reported to be around 3 million. Get the fuck out of here.
How many? How much?
3 million. That's AI though. That's not
Whose net worth?
Cardi. No, her spending is 3 million. Is 3 million a month. That's just not.
You know what's crazy? I think.
Bro, it is impossible to read fucking articles now. When I click on something, it's like all these ads pop up.
I think.
Oh my god. So sorry. If I could just like read this in peace. She pays their nanny $3,000 a week.
Okay.
Right? The driver is $10,000 a month. Their kids' school costs $45,000. Piano classes cost $300 an hour. Rent, damn, she said she was talking about rent too. She said rent. I mean, obviously rent's gonna be crazy because they got a crazy or not rent, but mortgage. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know, man. There is some stuff in there. I was like, ooh, she got a. That's when you go with the comb and like see like all the excess spending that you got going on.
Yeah, man. I mean, they have a lot of kids, huh? Like combined, like
So said this is an interesting dynamic. Shawley's evolving, and Russ Button wants to talk about Cardi B. I'm here for it.
This is a discussion that we both agreed on before the pod. Paint House, or is it Prevent House? Appreciate you being in the chat though. Much love, much respect.
You're not in the convos. Yeah, Russ has regressed with the types of conversations he's into. Shawley's level. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Damn, Carrie. With love, Russ is insane.
What the fuck? They be acting like never thought Russ would be this much into pop culture. What is going on right now?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I like the perception though. I'm not mad at it. I mean,
I think
if they saw our chats, like
we're both equally into pop culture, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a little bit. I'm probably more into it though. Like,
yeah,
I do like a lot of hip hop stuff too. So
I try not to get into this Offset Cardi B shit because, like, you know, I've done a really good job of not caring about like what other people are going through because we all go through our own shit. But you know, sometimes when it's just all out on the table like this, like that. When I heard that, I wouldn't have heard that audio note unless you sent it to me, Russ. I'm not gonna lie, not to call you out, but when I heard the audio note, I was just like, bro, her expenses are wild. Like why don't like, and I only because I've been a victim of it. Like, you know, you don't have to like pay so much to live if you're just because you have money. Like, there's a way you can bring that down. I don't know what Cardi's financials look like. She probably makes a lot of money, but like some of the stuff she was listing, I was like, bro, like, is that how much that shit costs? And then I had to recorrect myself and understand that no, it doesn't. I think maybe when you're at that level, you pay for a top tier.
Nah, remember some of this shit, man. Remember some of the shit you'd be not like the shit that you'd be recommending. And I'm like, nigga, is this shit that much? Remember the
Yeah.
suits?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god,
But
bro.
I've recently that's a perfect example. I've recently tapped into like a state of mind that like a car is gonna get me from point if I have option A of a vehicle and option B of a vehicle, like option A that costs $1 million and option B that costs $80,000 is gonna do the same damn thing that option A is gonna do.
Mm.
Option A might fucking draw more eyes and stuff like that, but option B is gonna do a great job.
Yeah.
So um that's like the era I'm in right now. So I feel like, when you're like on that level of Cardi B, like maybe you don't see that shit as clearly. But there are some athletes who or athletes and celebrities that, they recognize that shit. But they said AJ Brown, he drives a Honda Civic, right?
Allegedly.
I mean, he drives it to the game.
Yeah. I mean, allegedly. I don't know if he got another car. Like, I don't know
I
if
mean,
like
I'm sure these niggas have more cars, bro.
I'm
But
yeah, but what's yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. It's like he has the Honda Civic, but he probably also has like an expensive ass car.
yeah.
So what's the point of having the Honda Civic?
I do think there are some grounded athletes. There's another athlete that played for the Washington, not the Redskins, the Washington Commanders, and he truly lives in a like a normal ass apartment, and he like saves up all his salary.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was driving that old pickup truck that he had for a minute, allegedly.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah,
hadn't upgraded or changed anything. And he's like,
yeah.
it's a great truck. I've had it since college or whatever. It still works. So like
For me, it's crazy when these like young and up and coming like SoundCloud rappers, like the first thing they do, and like I said, I was a victim of this. I did this too. The first thing they do is like go buy a Urus, you know. And I think it's and just coming from experience, it's just one of those things you do when you have an enormous amount of money just flowing in and you've never experienced it before in your life. It's just one of the things that you do. But if you have good people around you, you're usually able to like quickly correct yourself and like come back down to earth. If you don't, you know, it can get bad. It can get bad really quick.
someone will bring you down there. Something will for sure. Um
So yeah, paint house. I know that you've been. I don't know whose side you're on, but you know how normal people pay $10 a month for Rocket Money to tell you where your bills are. Cardi probably pays. See, that's a perfect example of like you can do something for less, but like I don't know. Yeah,
that green G Hertz. Oh. Yeah, I feel like
yeah. That was my favorite car.
I just yeah, man. It's kind of yeah. I How much would you pay for a driver?
I don't need one, nigga. I can drive.
How much would you pay for a driver? Why do people have drivers? That's what I'm curious about. When you get to that level, what's the point of like what's the benefit of having a driver?
I like drivers for, events. So like if I'm going to a wedding or if I'm going to even like if I like let's say I invited like seven of us over to my house and I rented a Sprinter because we were going to be I don't drink, but we were going to be drinking and there was just going to be a lot of activities and parking sucks. Like I would do a driver for something like that. A driver on a daily basis is OD. But
That's
then
what
again,
I'm like. Why do you have a? That's what I'm wondering. Like,
if you're Cardi B, you probably can just hop in a Range Rover and drive. I'm not gonna lie to you, because
because in Nigeria, I remember my dad like when he had his position, we had a driver. So it's like he was like just there, but it's like I think I could just go drive myself. Like what the fuck?
Hector said, "Well, I'm pretty sure Cardi doesn't know how to drive. That's crazy."
No, she
Uh,
probably doesn't. She's from New York. People from New York don't have licenses, dog.
that's true.
Yeah, she. You know what? She probably actually does not know how to drive. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
She
but
probably dead ass. She probably does not have a license just
but
because she's from New
she
York.
can't drive to be like, bro. Like unless she had her shit 5% tinted, she can't drive. Like she has to have a security with her at all times. She has to, she can't just
True.
pull up
Yeah.
and drive.
That
Like Tom,
level. Yeah. Yeah. That level of. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. With that level of celebrity, you need like people to like keep you safe and enclose you. And like I think yeah, obviously having a driver makes it a little bit more easy to probably like get in and out of like situations, stores, all that type of shit. At what point do you think people step back and check in or get grounded when you have a high money flow? Do you think there are more or less humble ground people slash yeah, wealthy people coming up? Lotto actually had an interview with Speedy talking about how she made a lot of money. She was a millionaire by 21, and now like she's just bored. And I feel like
Hmm.
mm,
Bored.
I feel like I feel like you need people around you to help ground you. Like whether it be your parents, your friends, you need people to remind you where you came from, to understand that like this isn't normal and like you should be thankful, and there's people out there that don't have what you have, and that helps you kind of like be grounded in a sense. um I think even like on our small scale, like I wake up thankful as fuck that I get to do what I love for a living, and that helps me get stay grounded and not like take shit for granted or like think that I guess I'm better than people or something like that. I don't know. Like it just helps me realize like I'm very thankful. It just helps me realize that like I'm in a very blessed position. I'm thankful to be where I'm at when I'm constantly waking up and like just kind of like having that perspective. But I don't know.
I think I think there's a lot of financial knowledge on Instagram that helps us, and I think there is a small shift in like people being smarter with their money and stuff like that. But yeah, yeah.
What point do you think there are still more or less people? Huh. That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, dude, we watched Russ go through it with the gym and the clothes. We watched Ollie reevaluate his entire infrastructure. Same thing with Christian. That's the most inspiring aspect of it all.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, we are a walking fucking blueprint. Like, honestly, I think that's what's the most inspiring about you, me, Max, Heidi, Christian. Like, all the things that we did in the last 5 to 7 years, and like the ups and the downs. The transparency on YouTube. Like, I think it was able to help shape a generation, or a demographic. I wouldn't say generation, that's crazy, but a demographic that watched us and supported us, and grew up with us. I think we were able to kind of lead with our mistakes. People saw me at the bro there was, I mean, we talked about this on this pod before. Like, I had like 6 supercars in my driveway. I only drove one, the others just collected dust. Like, I had to go through a phase where I had to wake up and just realize, obviously it took good people being in my corner, but I woke up and I talked to a good person in my corner and I got rid of all that shit, man. um and then also finding out that like none of that shit brings you happiness. 8 supercars and you won't be happy. So yeah, I think we've done a good job of leading in that aspect. And I think that's why I love this podcast so much, is because it's like it's a reflection time for us to talk about obviously real world stuff, but also just talk about then and now, and what's changed and how we've grown up and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, you. I mean, like honestly, because I was listening to this podcast about how I like is like about mental health. You, the struggle, like getting over your journey doesn't start when you get over the struggle. The journey is the struggle. So like you have to understand and learn and like live in that and understand
mhm.
part of your story is the failure, is the stumbles. Like bro, like you said, we're a living example of like the L's. Like I feel like you're not a real nigga unless you take an L and you're able to kind of like get back up.
Mhm.
I mean, so like you have to take those lumps, you have to take those L's, and then kind of like walk with that and learn from that and grow from that because it's not gonna stop. Like you're always gonna be learning and experiencing new things. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think we're good, because if you check the live stream, hey chat, let me know if y'all are experiencing any technical difficulties on y'all's side. It's showing that it's good on our end, but Vic is showing us some shit that is annoying me. It's saying that our video is like not smooth, but let me know if it's good on y'all's end. We don't know if Shawley's broke or rich. She doesn't post videos anymore. You know what I also realized? Also, what I've loved. Let me actually read this first. I think rappers refuse to acknowledge regions and phases. Their ego holds on to it. 100%. I think
huh?
there's a few rappers that like actually talk about you know,
Yeah.
how they had to let, you know, all the materialistic items go away and all that stuff. But that kind
So,
of leads me to
you said we're Gucci.
the next point, Carrie. And I think I've talked to you, Russell, about this, and we've talked about this. Like, you know, coming up, I'll speak for myself. I definitely did a lot of flexing, you know, when Anaka first took off, you know, the yachts, the cars, you know, the hotels, the lavish lifestyle. And I love that Carrie said that. We don't know if Shawley's broke or rich. I mean, obviously it's definitely a a punch at like me not posting YouTube videos anymore. But you know, I love I love the first half of that statement because like y'all don't need to know. I don't need y'all to know. I don't want anyone to know. A lot of bad shit came from people knowing. Not the first part, but the second part, the rich part. Like a lot of bad shit came from people knowing.
Yeah.
And I try to make my life seem as normal as possible. I just feel like when people know that you have money, nothing good comes from it. And I've learned that from personal experience. Look at my circle. Look at the circle that I started with and the circle that I have today. Obviously, the homies are still there. Max, Christian, Heidi, uh, like all the original people. But like, the I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. But like, when you have something that people want, and you're there to get it from them, if you don't give it to them, you'll just watch how they quickly fade off. You know, I think me and Russell could both speak to that. But we don't know if Charlie's broke or rich. Yeah, I don't try to like blast that in people's face. Like,
Pause.
yeah, it's just not a good.
You done? Are you done with like posting on social media and like YouTube though?
No, I'm not done, man. I think I go through seasons, and honestly, bro, like, yeah, we'll get into that half in a
Have
bit.
you guys had friends or money? Yeah, for sure.
Are you guys what?
For sure. Have you guys had friends or family ask for money because of your success? Yeah, for sure.
When I mean, shit, it happens every
1000.
day. As that happens every day,
1000%. Also, too, for
every day.
people, because there's going to be people in this live stream and people that are watching this, like you will come across success at some point. Never tell your family or friends like how well you're actually doing. Like, don't do that. Like, don't come out and just be like, yeah, like, this quarter I did X, Y, and Z. Because like you want to share your success, but like be very careful. Because then when people start hearing about how much you're making, then it's like, oh well, I need, 2 grand or 3 grand for this. Like, could I borrow some and I'll pay you back? Like, it starts happening. And that's kind of like what Shawley was talking about. It's like when you flex your success like that, that's when people start coming out and asking, like, hey man, I have this business I want to start. Could I borrow like an extra 15K, or like can you invest in here? Or like, hey, help me out here, X, Y, and Z. Like it that's when it really starts for real. So just like relax. Like obviously, like do your thing. And if you have your trusted circle that you fuck with and like they're not gonna ask you for nothing like that or whatever, keep it with them. But like when you start, I don't know, man. You just gotta be very careful with that.
Yeah, when you try and show off too much, man, a lot of bad things happen. And I think I mean, shit, I can drop that gem now, man. I think even from if you're trying to start your own business and you have employees that work for you and stuff like that, you know,
Did you see what Roberto said?
oh my God, shut the f up. No, he's not.
You didn't-
Roberto, he's about to
Stop.
have.
No, don't get into it. Don't get into it. We could just we could just keep it. Just keep it. I just wanted you to see the comment. That's all. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. From my perspective, you know, I'll just go ahead and say it, man. Like, yeah, when people gain access to the amount of money that you're making, they lose all logic, and it becomes like a game of like, because you're making it, I should be making it too. And you know, the logic that's lost is, you know, you're the one that started this business, you're the one that started this, you're the one that, and from the family perspective, it's like you're the one that put in the hours, you're the one that put in the blood, sweat, and tears, like you're the one that actually did the actual labor. But people lose logic when they just come to you and expect that they deserve money from you. And it's sad, man. Money can really ruin relationships. It really can. One thing that me, Max, Christian, and Joe, like we've never, ever asked one another for money. We've never and I've never asked Russell for money. Russell's never asked me for money. So like, and so to your point, Russell, you said that you don't like sharing with family that you made certain money, whatever.
No. I'm just saying, be careful.
Oh, be careful. Okay.
Because
I like doing it in certain cases because
no, bro,
it's
trust.
like a test. It's a test.
Yeah, no. What I'm trying to say is that like just understand when you do that. First of all, like I'm the first child, so like I accept that responsibility, and like I'm the son, so it's like I'm the head of the household if like my dad isn't around or whatever. So like you have to me like I have to accept that responsibility. But I mean, there's gonna be branches of the family, asking for stuff that it's like, wait. You're not like the immediate, you know what I mean? Like, and it'd be for and sometimes it'd be for things it's like, come on, man. Like, have you ever actually held this amount of money before? Like, am I actually gonna get that back? Like, so you just gotta be careful because word spreads within the family. It's like, hey, so and so like if you need something, so and so has it, just ask them. You know what I mean? And it's just like, hold on now, like, wait, you have to be careful, man. I've just seen so many stories about people that have been, I guess in a sense, dragged down by their family because they can't say no. Like you just keep dishing out until you have nothing left for yourself. Now, when they ask you, you actually literally don't have shit because you allowed your family to kind of like take to where you have nothing left.
Yeah.
Just be aware. Just be aware, like, hey, when you start sharing, it's gonna get around.
Just look out for yourself, man. Look out for yourself for sure. And I mean, just to kind of go back to end that topic of the Cardi B and Offset situation, Offset has access to. He knows how much money Cardi makes. He knows that bro. We got to be real and just keep it real with these people. I don't think Offset's making the money that he once was. I think Cardi has more of a ceiling when it comes to making money, and she's going to continue to make money because she has more of an appeal to the female demographic that she that loves her. Even males too. So I think she has a ceiling. Offset knows that he has, I don't know, 5 kids. Who knows how many kids he has with her? I don't really see an opportunity where Offset's just going to get paid like a huge bag coming up. And I don't know how he is with his finances, but yeah, props to him. I believe that if females can do it, males should be able to do it too. That's all I'll say on that.
Yeah.
Do I think it's right?
I don't think it's right on both sides. Like, I don't like when women do it. I don't like when men do it. But I just feel like people weren't speaking up on that component of. Yeah. Oh, wow. Mark Lamont Hill on Joe Budden podcast talked about how he's in depression right now due to all the people he has to support.
Who's Mark Lamont Hill?
He used to be on CNN. Like, he used to like report on the news and shit like that. You know who he is. You just don't know his name. Or you don't know. You don't remember his face. Or you just don't know his name.
Is he a blackie? Like Lamont Hill. Oh.
Yeah,
this guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm sure you don't like him.
Nah, why? Is he like oh.
I think it's more like a
those guys.
More what's that one dude's name? What's that one
Don Lemon?
Fuck no, you're definitely not a Don Lemon guy.
Are you a Don Lemon guy?
Nah.
Okay, I'm about to say, bro.
You're definitely more of a who's that guy that does all the interviews?
Tucker Carlson?
Yeah, you're more of a Tucker Carlson.
You're crazy.
You're not? You're not a fan of Tucker Carlson? Don't lie, nigga.
Nah.
Don't lie, my nigga.
Not a fan of him? No.
You fuck with his shit? Yeah, you more like
this is crazy. Ben Shapiro?
You're more of like a Candace Owens type.
I do fuck with Candace.
Yeah, I know you fuck with Candace.
Do you?
No, not really.
At all?
She has some points that are okay, but not really.
You're a Trevor Noah type nigga. Yeah, Russ is a Trevor Noah type nigga for sure. For sure.
That is so sick, man. That is sick as fuck.
Is he gay?
That's nasty. No, I'm just not. I don't like Trevor Noah. think he's corny. Yeah, you're like a Charlie. Oh yeah, you big Charlie Kirk. That nigga be doing numbers on Twitter. You're definitely Charlie Kirk.
Nah, man, chill out.
Yeah, you Charlie Kirk. It's all good, bro.
Do you follow that? Not follow, but do you see Myron from Fresh and Fit? Do you see how crazy he's gotten? Like he's like a he says he drops the hard R and
Yeah, he drops
coon.
a hard R. He calls black women. I think the way he attacks black women, bro. He might like hate. Is he black? What
Yes,
is he?
he is. He's African.
He has to be like East
He's like
African.
He's Sudanese,
Yeah, man. I mean that nigga's crazy,
bro. He literally will go on Twitter on his.
He
I mean,
hates.
shit. He hates. He
I
hates.
don't know what it is, bro. I'm not gonna say he hates black women, but I mean that nigga hates black women, bro.
He hates black men too.
He hates black
Bro,
people.
he refers to us. He would refer, bro. If he literally met you,
You
he
call me a
would.
monkey.
He would no, nah. He would call you a watermelon eating monkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
You
there'll
like
be,
you
there'll
you
be,
watch you
there'll
watch
be.
his shit. You watch his shit.
No, I saw it one time and I was just like, bro, what the heck? Like, I mean,
You
I don't
saw,
ever.
you saw it when you were watching his shit.
Fuck no, bro.
When you were watching one of his videos, you saw that shit.
Nah, there was an episode where. Okay, it sounds like I watched it.
There was an episode like when you were liking his
Nah, bro.
when you're
I
on his IG
watched.
typing that
You
shit
know
in.
how the for you on the for you on Twitter.
Yeah. So
It'll-
his shit came up on your for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it did, nigga. Next to the Charlie Kirk tweets. Nigga, you're on mute. Put that black thing next to your mouth, bro.
Yo.
You're good now. You good.
No, he was interviewing someone on he was interviewing someone on his show, and he like cut the person. It was a black person. He cut them off and said, and he just got angry with the things that the black man was saying, and he was just like, "Oh, I could hear the watermelon coming out of your mouth." Like, like, bro. And I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, damn, this is appalling. Like, what? And then like for me, it's just so confusing because like I'm looking at him like, bro, do you not know you're black? Like, what's going on? Like,
I don't know. I think he just knows that it gets a rise out of people, and unfortunately, I think that he's just gotten in this circle of like he has to keep outdoing himself to get what he wants, like the attention.
I would never, ever, ever racially.
Max did a podcast with him.
Yeah, he did back in the. But this was before like I knew he was racist. I got asked to be on his podcast. We did the pop up in 2021 with C-Bum, and while we were out there, he wanted me to be on his podcast so bad.
Yeah,
And it was the darker one. But that's the funny thing. Like they're
he's
both
cool
black.
though. Nah,
Yeah.
so the black. So Myron is more like you, and then the other guy is more
What
like
the
you.
fuck up? Are you crazy? You're putting that on actual. Like, this is a video that could be watched. I am nothing like him, man. Get your fucking mind. Get out of your fucking mind, man. I am nothing like Myron, bro.
So Myron,
Absolutely
so the black
not.
dude is definitely more like liberal and like more chill. And I don't. Are they still together?
Yeah, they are. They still air and they still do a decent job. Not as good as it was in the past, but they still do a decent job.
Okay.
He's not more liberal. They're both right. Where they both lean right, but the
As
black
liberal,
dude,
I guess it's like,
huh?
like I feel like Myron is like outwardly just like nuts, and then he's more kind of like sensible. Like
I would say the dark one is more like me. That's a better way to put it. As far as like,
okay.
yeah, I would never. Like I was about to say, like I would never like defile like my race or any other race, you know. But like Myron is taking it that far. But I will say that like every race, or humankind, has its genre of people that like just annoy you. You know, will you agree?
Yeah, no, I'm
I'm not gonna lie, I almost
Oh,
ended
that's
the
it.
stream.
No, that's racist as hell, Uncle. That's the fucking show. Yo, you know Uncle. Well, do you know who Uncle Ruckus is?
Yeah.
You know, damn, I should have went to DreamCon, man. But he was here in Houston, like the voice
What,
of Uncle Ruckus.
what's your perspective on YNs?
YNs, they scare me.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but I mean,
don't even need to dive into that.
yeah, they scare me a little bit.
Don't even need to dive into that.
But I think it's just I'm getting older. So like, I don't know what these young niggas be on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
they scary. Like they don't not. You know when you walk and you see another black person and you give that comforting nod. Do you do that? You do that, right?
I do.
Yeah. So when I do that to a YN, they don't be doing that shit back, bro. That shit's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I finna say? What was
you finna say?
What was I finna say? Yeah, I don't know, man. I just yeah, I actually don't know what I was finna say. I was trying to pull it out.
Yeah, the mic is a lot better. Thank you. I actually wasn't using this mic. It was in front of my face, but it wasn't on. So I was talking to it as if it was on, but I was using my iMac mic, that's just me.
Damn, here's like another good ass question I was finna say.
Bet.
Anyway, so I guess we can just move on to the next one. Random question: are y'all restocking the Fury tea? Fury tea. My girlfriend said I look tough in it. Oh shit!
Is that this tea? I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie to you. But hey, Vic,
said, is that this tea?
Vic, is this Fury?
That's
Vic,
crazy.
Vic does the product shots. If y'all want to know how our product shots look so great, it's my nigga Vic, bro. He's a beast. I think Vic, the Fury tea is this.
Y'all, by the way,
is this the Fury tea?
No, I said Vic is white, y'all.
Oh,
nah, because he said Vic's my nigga, and I was like,
yeah, claim that shit, bro. Yeah, that's hey, say it.
Bro, the cutoff or what?
Nah, don't change the subject. Say it, Vic, say it. You're crazy,
bro. Your mom, is everything good, fam? Yo, mama, you all right?
Okay.
You good?
All right, this episode's taking a turn.
Yo, mama, hey, fam, this ain't. I hope you good, fam.
Oh, my neighbor Vic played in that game. Hey, Vic, or both of y'all, did y'all see that? Vic, there's like a. Did you see Vic on the trending TikTok where the people were saying he got cooked by? You're crazy, dude.
You got cooked by who? Hey, yo, Ray Cahoot.
Yeah,
I didn't look at anything from DreamCon. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I did see the one clip of Ray D'ing up Mark. That was about it.
Yeah. Well, they said Vic got cooked.
By who?
Man, who is that guy? He's like a famous like Instagram hooper. I don't think he got cooked because Vic was playing just as good as D. He was giving as much good. Well,
so, take your time. Take your time.
The D that he was producing was.
Yeah, I said take your time, my nigga. You could slow down.
The defense.
Yeah,
that he was playing on the light skin
Instagram. Yo, mama, we don't have to get into this, bro. Okay. All right. Yo, mama. We really don't have
to. You know what's funny? This reminds me of that show. Okay.
Let's see this.
This reminds. Okay, no, let's play. Can you play this?
Yeah, play it.
Vic, for the chat. For all 24, 25 of y'all in here right now, I want y'all to.
I don't think they can see it.
Can you play it, Vic, or not?
Hey, that's not getting cooked.
Bro, that's D.
That's defense. What you want him to do? Oh my god, bro. He's still
as an actual hooper, bro. Vic played D. Vic played D.
I hate.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I thought he was gonna get dropped or something.
Bro, y'all are having like a heart to heart. Like, yo. Man.
I promise you don't want to end up. Oh my god. Yeah.
Leave. Yo, mama's favorite. What's your real name, dude?
No. What's your real name, dude?
What's your government, dude?
What's
Because if you're black, dude, they're coming for you, nigga.
your Yeah, yo, mama, I'm not gonna lie. Get out, bro.
Roberto, that you gotta like let it out a little bit, bro.
I'm a deep frigga glazer.
he's
Bro
too
went crazy.
he's too deep in your mouth, too deep in your mouth right now.
What?
He's saying that D Freaker. That's the guy's name that supposedly cooked Vic.
That's not cooked, bro. Can we play the clip one more time, Vic?
Man,
Not the
sometimes
Vic that got cooked.
dribble spamming is good for like a game like that, for an all-star game. I mean, I think for me as a hooper, when you're playing defense and a nigga's so good that he's dribbling and he goes between your legs, that's like, you get pissed off, but playing it, dude.
They can't see it.
Okay.
Come on, man. That's good D, bro.
If you're in the chat, just go search up D Frigga, FRGA.
Oh my god, come on. That's D. He just made a tough shot.
Yeah.
You say, hey, what Vic, where did he get cooked, dog?
He didn't get cooked at all.
He actually stayed with him the whole time.
That's just antics, bro. He didn't
He didn't go anywhere. He didn't create no separation. There's no space, nothing.
Damn. Yeah. That's not cooking.
Let's say this 95% of the other people that had the ball, they wouldn't be able to do anything. They wouldn't be able to get that shot off.
Yeah. And if you would have put anyone else on that dude, they probably wouldn't have played as good as D as him.
They would have fell down. Like when he pushed it between his legs and then came back with it, they would have fell down. Vic was there the whole time. He was within reach.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? He didn't even get space.
As they would say, as
good defense, better offense.
Yeah, there you go, brother. There you go.
Like that's it. When you call me brother, it don't feel right, bro. What? Brother feels like you know how they spell brother, like BRU with the little sign on top, THE.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's given.
Yeah, Gen Con was cool. It was cool. I didn't attend. I wasn't a part of anything, but I did see that clip of the cooking, and I thought that was interesting. "Quote unquote" cooking. I don't think he got cooked. Shout out to my boy. Love you.
Would you drink your girl's bathwater or like no?
No.
No.
Would you?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, just out of pure decency for myself. Nah, that's sick. That's sick.
There's crazier things I do to my girl. That's not that crazy.
Don't need to know it. Don't need to know it.
I say all that to say because
I don't even like that's like not what I want to know though, because like
So you wouldn't use a soap bar that has Sydney Sweeney's bathwater in it?
Why would I need to?
I want to know who thought of that demented idea to sell a woman's bathwater in soap.
Yeah, I know. But then again, there's a lot of crazy. I mean, Sydney Sweeney has this aura.
There's some gooners. There's some gooners that will buy that bathwater soap.
Yeah, there's some gooners for Sydney Sweeney that she has that demo that like goes crazy for them like when she breathes. So like, she can.
What is it with Sydney Sweeney, bro?
Don't know.
That's a great answer, actually. I don't know either.
Yeah.
Yep.
I watch Euphoria. I love her in that show. Like I love the show.
That show is too heavy for me, bro. I watched the first 3 episodes. Great acting. Everything was great. And then I started seeing some things unravel, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Not for me. And I remember I'd have to do like a detox every evening when I was watching. I was like, I don't think I want to listen. I don't want to watch this shit. So
it's very dark.
Very demented.
Very dark. Like you can, I found myself getting depressed with some of the things that happened within the show. Like that shit it was crazy how
look at
dark
that
it
shit.
was.
Perfect $8. A perfect combination of the 2 best places on the planet, the outdoors and Sydney Sweeney's bathtub. Experience the ultimate blend of outdoor serenity with refreshing notes of pine, Douglas fir, earthy moss, and a touch of Sydney's very own bathwater. Yeah, I think we are living in a godless society now.
It smells like morning wood. Bro, I was watching the Breakfast Club the other.
Who said that?
I mean, that's what it says on the thing. Read it.
Where? Oh, smells like morning wood. That's actually okay. That's funny. That's a good one. That's a good one. Grit level medium
Bro,
featuring Sydney's bathwater.
I was watching the Breakfast Club and no, I think it was either was that show that I don't even know, bro. The show that Charlamagne does with that white dude, Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz.
What is it called?
Brilliant idiots.
I was watching the clip of Brilliant Idiots because I don't watch that show.
Hector, don't do that to me, bro. Don't do that.
Um,
Chat, let us know what's so appealing to Sydney Sweeney because we as 30-year-old black men don't know. Please tell us.
I had to think about what he was asking, but anyways,
Ask
what?
What?
Oh, never mind. So, anyways, I was watching the Brilliant Idiots clip, and Charlamagne was like, I think something popped up, and Charlamagne was like, "Man, I think it might be time." Andrew was like, "Time for what? Well, like, what do you mean?" He was like, "I think it might be time for God to just come and just wipe this shit clean." Bro, I've never laughed so hard, man. It was so nonchalant. It was funny because like Andrew was like so serious, and Charlamagne cut him off. He was like, "Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think it might be time." Andrew was like, "Time for what?" He was like, "Man, it might be time for God to just come down and just wipe this shit." He's like, where are we going, man? Like, just come down and end it.
This can't be what God intended, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if God knew this could be possible. Where people would lose so much morality and ethics that they selling a girl bathwater for profit.
Yeah.
Shorty got no. Oh, yeah.
I'm not here to talk on her appearance.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that she's just not my type, I guess. I don't know.
yeah.
But
I don't get like they didn't even do that with Halle Berry, bro. Why? Like,
nah, Sydney Sweeney has like a different like obsession with her, bro. Like,
I don't get it. Why?
we don't have to get it. Just know that it exists.
Okay, it's not for
Yeah.
not for us to get.
Yeah. Just know that it exists.
I'll drink my girl bathwater. You tripping?
All right, what's next?
Uh,
Today's a pretty crappy day, man, in sports. Like, there's nothing.
yeah, I mean,
There's
I didn't know
nothing.
sports were existed outside of basketball and football. To be honest with you,
Yeah. I mean, there was some good tennis earlier. I'm not gonna lie, but
if you guys have friends, chat. If y'all have friends or people listening, if you have friends that would actually buy that bathwater soap, that's actually they tell them themselves. So just go ahead and like be like, hey, like who else bought the Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap? Oh, you did bet. Just cut them out their life or cut them out your life. You don't need that.
she's probably gonna. And the funny thing is, she's probably gonna make a killing from this.
They only made 5,000 soaps.
I bet she sells out.
But they probably had to cut her a huge check on top of that. So, did you? I know you have the betting stuff. Did you place a bet on Diddy's situation?
Nope.
Would you place a bet on Diddy's situation?
Nope.
Would you place bets? Okay, outside of that, because I didn't know you could do like real life bets, like things that are happening in society. Would you get into doing stuff like that, or like you?
I've never bet on something like that before. Only sports.
Mm.
Only sports. Yeah.
The fuck was that? All right, so getting into sports, we save the sports all the way for last because there's literally nothing going on. OKC and the Pacers are gonna meet each other in the finals. They both won in 6, right? Or no, the Thunder won in 5, I think, right? And then the Pacers won in 6. Howley dropped that dope ass video. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he dropped that dope ass video. What are your predictions for the finals before they have game 1 on Thursday?
4-2 Thunder.
4-2 Thunder. Yeah, that's.
I think the Pacers win game 1. I think they lose games 2 and 3.
That's crazy.
I think they win game 4. and then I think the Thunder win the next 2 games and close it out. I think actually, I want you guys to remember this because I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Game 1 to the Pacers catches everyone off guard. Game 2 and 3 to the Thunder. Game 4 back to the Pacers. Everyone's going to be like, "Oh, this is an even series, even match series. Oh my God, the Pacers might actually win their first championship." Game 5 and 6, easy Thunder walk away.
Do you think that people are actually going to watch this series though?
Yeah, I think it's actually going to be a good series, bro.
No. I'm saying like, do you think it's going to be one of the lesser watched finals? In recent?
No. There's too much, bro. There's too much.
Your mama says I'm not watching that mid finals.
You must have not been watching sports then, because like Halliburton's a problem. The Pacers are a problem. The Thunder are a problem. Like, you can't ask for a better finals. I think if we had another finals, it would be trash. What other finals could we watch?
I would have watched.
As far as like talent this year, like OKC is blowing everyone out the gym. I mean, Denver, OKC, yeah, that was good, but unfortunately, you can't have that because they're both in the Western Conference. Like OKC and the Pacers, man, or OKC and maybe the Cavaliers. Like, I think what we're watching, I think we're about to watch the best basketball.
I'm saying for ratings, do you think that we got the best possible result?
Yeah, we did. Because I don't want to watch. I'm not watching the Celtics. I don't give a damn. I can't lock in on the Celtics. It's just like the most boring form of basketball. It's just like bad. It's just like really bad for my eyes.
I'm with you. I think it's gonna be an exciting series to watch. But like I'm telling you right now, I don't think America watching that shit, bro. There's like no superstars playing that are gonna make like America watch. We gonna watch because we're NBA basketball fans, so we was gonna watch damn near any team that's gonna be in the finals. But like I'm talking about like America for real.
You know what's crazy? I still think it's gonna be one of the highest viewed playoff series. Watch, we'll see. You know why? Because Halliburton there's a lot of Halliburton shit around his name. There's Shy. There's
you said Halliburton damn near a superstar last podcast.
I mean, he is right now.
Bro, I don't know. But I feel you. I'm like I feel you having that hope. I think at best, it's like middle. Like it's not like horrible view, it's not horrible ratings, but it's not blowing out the water.
There's nothing else to watch. People will watch it. Hey, that's wrong though, because bro, NHL, the hockey is fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love watching hockey, and I honestly love watching baseball now, but I love watching hockey. So like, there's shit to watch. Hockey, so Stanley Cup in the NBA Finals, hockey literally plays the same kind of seasons. Like their season schedule lines up with the NBA. So like, NHL, the Stanley Cup is gonna be fun. You have a repeat of last year's matchup.
Okay.
You have the Oilers and the Panthers. Sorry. Oilers and the Panthers. And that's going to be a fun series to bet on. That's going to be a fun series to watch. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think the back and forth between if they're smart, they'll do NBA one night, NHL the other night, and just kind of go back and forth. Yeah, I hope that's the schedule, because that's entertainment.
I might start finding some movies to watch.
You're not gonna watch the finals?
No, I am. I'm fucking around. I think like it just depends how the series starts going. Like if it's looking like a Thunder runaway, I'm not watching that shit.
I want the Pacers to win to make it interesting for everybody.
If they go 6 games, I might watch. But if like the Thunder do some shit where it's like 3-1 and the Pacers like win another, I'm just not watching that shit. Yeah. I already don't care. Like I like watching the Pacers as of recently, but I literally did not watch their whole run because I actually didn't give a fuck about the Pacers.
They're actually very fun to watch. The Pacers are actually very fun to watch. Like
you say that because you're a basketball fan.
Nah, man, they're fun to watch. Like
Nembhard,
McConnell, Miles Turner, Siakam, Halliburton.
Everyone else in America. Everyone else in America don't even know who the fuck those niggas are. Me as a fan of the NBA, I just learned their name last series. Like I just realized who's all on the team last series.
Damn, that sucks, man. They have literally
So,
both teams. This is why, and okay, so since we can talk about this, who's gonna watch it, who's not gonna watch it. But when it comes to actual like matchup, you have the Thunder who are loaded with defenders and scorers. You
mhm.
have the Pacers who are loaded with scorers. I think that's what's going to make this series so fun. The Thunder have the edge because they're a better defensive team, but it's just going to be a fun series, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
going to
gonna
be
be
a fun
fun.
series.
Like I mean, the Thunder. I don't think it's gonna be run away. Actually, I think like Thunder. Uh, outside of the Nuggets, this is probably the best team that they faced.
Yeah.
And even the Nuggets were a little hobbled. This
Yeah.
team is like somewhat. They have like youth, but they're also experienced, and I think they play smart basketball.
Yeah.
I think they play smarter basketball than OKC.
Huh?
I think they play smarter basketball than OKC.
Wait, come again. You're saying that the Pacers play smarter basketball than OKC?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but the OKC is a better defensive team.
Are you sober?
I'm being so serious. I think Pacers play a smarter brand of basketball. Look who their coach is. Look who their point guard is and how he plays. But I think that OKC plays better. They have better defense.
Defense.
Yeah, better defensive tendencies, and they're younger. But I do think I think the Pacers are
You know
smart.
what? You know what? You know what? You might be right by a slight edge.
Yeah, I
You're
just
right. Rick Carlisle he's an offensive phenomenon, and I also think that the Pacers have a lot more offensive weapons. A few more, a lot more, a good amount of more offensive weapons than the Thunder. I agree. I agree.
the problem that the
Agree.
Thunder will have is that there's no one to key on.
Mhm.
Like if you like Siakam, I love the way Siakam plays like old school basketball, damn near. Like
Mhm.
he makes his moves fast. Like he gets the ball. I actually love watching Siakam play a lot.
It's just like one directional basketball. Like he can only do one thing. He can dribble at the goal.
No. I'm saying like if they give him the ball in the post, he makes a move and then either he's gonna shoot or he's gonna pass it, or
Yeah, yeah,
he's gonna drive or he's gonna pass it.
yeah.
Whereas like with the last series they had with the Knicks, like they would just like Cat would get the ball and it gets slowed down or whatever, or maybe have Brunson like dribbling out the clock forever. The Pacers don't do that, so I'm interested to see how that's gonna play out. But like I said, OKC has like really good defense. And
Whatever.
every game for the Pacers is a new person stepping up, so that's what's
That's
gonna be
what's interesting.
yeah.
I think they're going to surprise people with this finals, man. I think they're going to surprise people and walk away with at least 2 wins. I definitely. They're going to catch OKC tripping. They're going to catch OKC.
I low key, you know what? As we're talking, I low key have the Pacers. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think they're going to
There's
catch them
just something.
slipping.
There's just something about OKC that's just not hidden for me. Like
If they have an off offensive night, bro,
looks bad.
it looks bad because then they're relying on Shy to produce. And if Shy's not producing, bro, if Shy's not producing and if Shy's not producing and then Jalen Williams is not producing, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And if you're the
Who's
Pacers, you're known as a horrible defensive team, right?
actually? You
Um,
know what? They're actually when we
they've
said that.
gotten better throughout the playoffs.
No, when we said that,
Yeah,
they're actually a solid defensive.
they're solid.
They're solid. They're
So
solid. They're not horrible.
I think the Pacers are gonna. It wouldn't be bad to throw a little gambling money on the Pacers winning the series just to see what happens. Make it
You know
interesting.
what? You got OKC right.
I think OKC wins. Yes.
I got Pacers.
Okay.
Just you know what? I'm gonna say Pacers for my sake, so I watch and I'm invested. Because if I
I,
say OKC, I'm not gonna watch.
I want the Pacers to win Game 1. I
If they
want them
do, I'm gonna be smoking on that shy pack.
I want the Pacers to win Game 1, and then I think it's going to go exactly how I said: 1 to the Pacers, 2-3 to the Thunder, 4 to the Pacers, 5-6 to the Thunder. Close games though.
It's
But
gonna
yeah,
be a good series. It is gonna be a good series. I think it's gonna be kind of mid in regards to ratings, but I mean, what can you do? I don't think.
NBA. Yeah, I think it's going to be good for NBA standards this year, but I mean, the NBA has already kind of had its like decline.
Yeah, what was that one year where no one watched the fucking Celtics championship?
That was last year.
Yeah.
That shit was horrible. I didn't watch that shit, bro. That shit was awful.
No one watched that shit. It's gonna be the same thing this year, but except it's just gonna be better basketball.
Who did they play last year?
Oh, Dallas.
The most boring, like, bro. It
was horrible.
NBA should never do that again. And honestly, another thing before we get off, whoever Tom Thibodeau, the kind of offense that you played for the Knicks to close out this playoffs, this playoff run, bro. If you don't get that shit fixed, bro, you deserve to be fired, bro. Bro, Jalen Brunson dribbling. I love Jalen Brunson, talented player, but I almost feel like he has no other choice than to play the way he played. Bro, every single commentator, including myself and you, we watched him dribble the ball for 16 seconds. And it's just like a constant pounding dribble.
Yeah.
Like he dribbles in circles. Like he'll attack the lane. If it's not there, he'll come back out. He'll be dribbling, turn his back, dribble. And then like the last 6 to 8 seconds, he kicks it out to Cat and forces Cat to look like a dumbass because Cat's now taking a 50-footer. So it's just like, bro, yo, if the Knicks are serious, if they keep that talent and they want to excel, you got to either
move the ball,
an assistant coach that knows how to structure offense, or it might be time for someone new. Shit, Mike, the guy from the Nuggets, he's free.
No. I think you keep Tibbs and just give. Oh, you talking about Adam to the staff for offense?
Bro, make him the head coach. Mike Malone. What?
Nah, I don't think.
Yeah. What? Mike Malone is a great coach.
If they move off of Tibbs, it's gonna show their dysfunction again, in my personal opinion. Bro, you got all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals and you get rid of the coach. Like, build on that.
Yeah, but how do you build on that if Tibbs isn't willing to change the way he coaches? That's just
that's what I'm saying. Like, build on it. Try to find something to revamp the offense. Like, I think like they would be solid, but also too, it's kind of tough because I don't think a lot of luck had to come into play for that. But I just think that whenever you like do that knee-jerk reaction of switching shit, which the Knicks are known for doing, I just think that you just never gonna be able to get better. Like literally, you know what to adjust, so just adjust it. If you add Mike Malone and you're like now you go into next season and you're just completely restarting. Now you don't even know what the fuck, what you're gonna work with this new coach. Maybe Mike brings in good offense, but when he left Denver, them niggas was not playing defense. So now maybe you guys stop playing defense. Now you're gonna have to adjust it. Are you gonna fire him or are you gonna bring someone in to adjust your defense?
Defense wins games, man. But
yeah. So last topic we have here is TNT crew did their last broadcast on the TNT network before they moved over to ESPN. It was heartfelt. What were some of the best memories you had watching the TNT broadcast with Shaq, Chuck, Ernie, and Kenny?
When this is brought up, I have to remind myself that they're not going anywhere. They're just going to ESPN. It's going to be awkward, but I think, there's a time and place for everything, and sometimes change is inevitable. And I think it ends up being a good thing. I think we start to see them more, and now we're going to have basketball on one platform, which is ESPN, and maybe honestly it brings some flavor back to ESPN. So I'm excited for that. I mean, that's what all NBA fans wanted, ESPN was missing a crew like TNT. Whenever ESPN aired on Friday or Wednesday, it's like, I don't want to watch this basketball game as much as I want to watch a TNT game because like their halftime crew of Kendrick Perkins, just trash.
Well, I thought you were talking about TNT.
So what's going to happen to Kendrick Perkins and all them? Fired?
Maybe just add it into it. Maybe they'll do like some side stuff like how TNT had their crew.
Yeah, and I think that might even make them all around a better team because, I don't want to listen to Stephen A. Smith talk about basketball because I don't really think he studies the game. I don't want to listen to.
They definitely, yeah. So what makes the TNT crew great is just their personal dynamic because sometimes they give. I actually don't watch for their basketball takes. I don't even think they pay attention like that. I think they're more concerned about just being like entertaining. I'm interested to see how it's going to work just because I think TNT worked because they were very loose and they were free. Like the type of shit that they would say, you're like, bro, can you say that on TV? Like, what the fuck? With ESPN, it's owned by Disney, so I'm curious to see how that shit translates. You know,
But I think that's what ESPN needs, bro. They need that
yeah,
spice.
they need it, but are they going to allow them to be what they were?
If ratings start going up, yes. Yeah.
We'll see. Because Chuck roasts niggas on ESPN. That was like the thing.
That shit was funny. And he doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. So I'm curious to see how that's going to hold up.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna miss like Thursdays used to be the great. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, it's Thursday or it's Tuesday. Gonna tune into TNT Inside Crew, and even if I miss it and fall asleep, because sometimes they'd be going until like 1 in the morning. Then all right, cool. I'm gonna cast their YouTube and see all the funny shit they were saying or do whatever segments. So I'm gonna miss that, man. I forgot how much we grew up on the TNT Crew. Like when Shaq got there, that's when they kind of like hit like unearthly territory.
Yeah.
That was a great time, man. But I mean, I'm more excited about NBC to be honest. Basketball on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's gonna be fun as fuck to watch.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, but shout out to the TNT crew, super iconic. Is there anything you want to say before we wrap up today's episode?
Nah, man, I want to say shout out to everyone. This was definitely a lot more active episode. As always, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I appreciate everyone that was on today. I think we definitely like probably broke a record for like the most concurrent viewers throughout the entire show. So that feels good. But yeah, today was good. It felt good to be back in the lab, and
28.
We'll be back in Wednesday.
28. New record to beat is 28. So if you could get like 30 next time in the chat, that'd be great. But